What's up, people? You're locked into the 2PRO1SLOW podcast.
This episode can be about you. Let's talk about Kecks.
No, I want to do
Oh, God. What do you want to do?
a proper intro like people do,
go on
not
then.
just a mumble.
Yeah, you start.
on then.
Go.
I've been telling you.
What episode is it? Just tell me quick.
I don't know. Make it up. 50-something.
Right, we're back. It's been a while. Bill's back in the country. And another episode of 2PRO1SLOW. It's actually a little bit... the break wasn't quite as long this time, was it?
No, and we've done a lot in the break as well. We've moved into the Kecks office, as you can tell. We've got a new setup.
This is about you. You stop taking over. I'll say that. So we're here in the Kecks office. Kecks has a new HQ. Tell all about it, Ed.
Do you like it?
I do.
You've been here 10 minutes and you've destroyed the coffee machine, water everywhere.
Destroyed the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's done that.
I've just been bought a toilet brush for the office, actually, for the benefit of everybody.
Out of guilt, more like.
Bet you haven't contributed to this office yet, have you?
No.
No? But
Haven't,
fuck
not
all,
yet,
have you?
I?
Bet you've took from it, has he?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah. Shock.
What have I took from here?
You've had about 15 hours was a bit generous. You've probably had about 6 hours of desk space unpaid for.
6. Yeah, probably done. No, probably 7. I edited my vlog from Arenacross here. Nice change to come in here and edit a vlog.
I did Arenacross go.
It's all right. But we can't just smash all subjects in one go.
Sorry.
I thought this was about me.
It is.
That's what I mean. He's trying to jump in. He thought that was funny.
I'd rather talk about you two anyway. All I've been doing is trying to get this place up and running. It could still happen today. All of this, there could be a power cut in a minute and it all might stop.
Has the power not been off yet?
The power's been on and off. They're fixing some bits outside and trying to plumb a few more bits into... Oh, God knows what they're doing. They've got all the fuse box open, so... If we make it past 10, 15 minutes or there seems like there's been a few stops, it's probably because we've had a power cut.
So anyway, Kecks is moving here. What does that mean for Kecks?
So we are now sat in the podcast room, which is also doubling up as a studio space, so where we can take all the photos of all the products. We've got a bigger office space, and we was in a fulfillment centre. Well, we currently still are in a fulfillment centre in Cornwall, but we will be moving everything up here from Cornwall, not because the fulfillment centre isn't doing what it's supposed to do. They're very good down there. I'd recommend them to anyone. But the operation is just getting a bit bigger and it's more cost effective to bring everything in-house and streamline it.
So do you need members of staff for your new...
No, my new member of staff starts on February the 3rd.
Oh, you've actually got one?
Yep.
Oh.
I have. He starts on the February the 3rd, and hopefully all the new stock's starting to come here already. Some of it's turned up, and then I've got to figure out getting some stock from Cornwall to here. So if anyone actually does have a haulage company, that would be quite handy if you could get in touch.
I'm sure Tommy would be happy to nip down for the day, will you?
I haven't got a big vehicle. Otherwise, I'd rent one and just cruise down, pick it all up, come back up, no problem.
I sort of need to do it quite quickly.
Yeah,
because I can't afford the switch off of the website.
Do it overnight?
Yeah, but then it's got to all be back in stock quite quick. So I'm gonna send half the stock now, and then and get that into stock here, so that when I turn off what's happening in Cornwall, I can turn this on straight away, and we'll seem like we're lower in stock, but we'll still have stock in both places, and then restock it when it comes up here. So there shouldn't be too much of a crossover, but there might have to be 24, 48 hours.
I was thinking, why couldn't you just sell it as normal, and then you just make them put delayed postage. Postage might be a little bit delayed because you're just selling it, but then you're moving the stock up here and then going out. So people can still buy, but instead of it being next day or day after, it's like 3 days.
It doesn't work like that.
Oh, is it not?
No, the way that the system that stocks the product, that pushes to Shopify the stock. So as I take it out of Cornwall,
it wouldn't be on the system.
It'll come off Shopify.
I get you.
Thrilling stuff.
Anyway,
I did tell you it was
Kecks has
thrilling.
got HQ. How long's Kecks been going for now?
Kecks has been going since 2019. 2018 actually was when I first thought about it, and 2019 is when we launched.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I remember it took a while until you even got any products though,
Year and a bit.
I remember you had the logo and it was
I had the logo.
It was a
had I had the logo on my
what's the
kit
word?
at Romaniacs
Theory.
2018.
Theory's not the right
Oh,
word.
did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had it was all on paper for a long while until
Yeah, it was.
products came. I remember them very first ones that were just like pictures and shit.
Yeah, some of them are bad. I look back at some of the stuff I've done now and think, wow, that's bad.
Yeah, I think everyone does that.
Yeah, definitely. Even some of the T-shirts, I'm like, wow, they're bad.
No, I don't think anything's
Oh,
particularly
yeah,
bad. I
t-shirts.
quite like some of the newer stuff.
Yeah, the new stuff you like.
No, like the first stuff. I remember loving it when it came out.
Don't know. What year did we start making your merch?
That was also bad to start off with.
Well, you ran it on a Shop BB website
Yeah.
to start with.
That was 2021, I think.
Could be. Then
Maybe
it came to
2019? No,
2020 because it was when we was doing the Forgotten Round video because we sprayed it on all the banners. ShopBB57.com.
So was that 2020?
2020.
Yeah, because that's when we started YouTube as well.
So I started selling Kecks products mid 2019, and then 6 months later you started Shop BB.
You started your Kecks clothing around a similar time.
Yeah, I did.
Just after, in fact.
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, because first it was just pants. Didn't have
Yeah.
no clothes for a bit.
No.
I think I remember the first clothing drop. Was it the mustard T-shirt? Was the first drop of clothes?
Can't
mustard?
remember.
By the lake.
Jumper, wasn't it?
Mustard T-shirt, mustard beanie. We sold quite a lot of.
Yeah, the mustard T-shirt I thought was nice. More than
The
that.
first products we had was 10 printed pants and 10 cotton pants. I think.
Cheetah, Aubergine,
Yeah, Aubergine was a
Yeah,
good
I
seller.
like that.
Jungle,
Yeah,
There was a welding one. Welder.
the spot welding one.
All of those I think were quite good now.
Yeah.
Like, if you rebought
the
them out and wear all
banana.
of them,
Yeah, the monkey and the banana. That was that
that was
nearly
a nice
landed me in
print.
trouble, that print. With
Did it?
Derek Chisora. I'd never met Derek Chisora, and someone said to me, a friend of mine, he works with the Daily Mail, and said, "Oh, give me some of these pants, and then we'll see if I can give some to Derek because he took the photos for him." And I didn't have much in stock in XL, and I only had a pair of cheetah pants and a pair with a gorilla and bananas all over it. And I didn't even
Like
think.
that.
I just sent them to Derek in size XL, and then he was the day of his weigh-in. I was like, I wonder if he'll wear them. And then my phone rang FaceTime on a weird number, and I'm like, I wonder who this is. Answered the phone, and it was Derek.
you didn't think it was funny.
He said, "You've got some bottle, haven't you? Because you
Really?
sent me a big black man pair of pants with a monkey and bananas on, and
obviously
another
likes
pair
it.
with cheetahs on." And I was like, "Oh fuck!"
And then what?
Did you go? Sorry.
He actually
Sorry.
said, "No." He said, "You got some bottle? I'll wear them." Wore them on the stand, and then rang me back and said, "Come to London." About 5 days later, and that's when I went and met him.
Oh, mates now.
Mm.
What else then?
Not a lot.
Pink Panther.
Pink Panther was a good set. Yeah,
That was also one of the OGs, wasn't it?
that's
I
still
like
your
them.
background or your WhatsApp
It actually is.
phone when you do
Like them
screen.
ones, but Pink Panther. All
Yeah.
those ones. I liked all of them first ones.
Yeah,
The cheetah ones I liked. Are they in there?
there's some. These aren't all of them. I've not bought them all, but I have got one of every set that we ever made. They're gonna go across
Now, this
the back.
rail's actually terrible. You've got two of them skull ones right next to each other. Two of them. Oh no. Yeah, look, they're them.
I'll tell you what I haven't done. I haven't put the light on them.
Stand up, put it on.
Makes no difference, but I will put it on.
What else then, Bill?
Are you filling in the gap? Look at you.
I'm taking charge. I'm a podcaster, aren't I?
Podcaster. Not a lot, really. I'm here to do Valley's Extreme. But you haven't got a race this weekend. Why don't you come and watch us?
How far is it?
Further than where we went to
Hour or
only
so?
stands.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Are you going?
You
dunno.
burned him out last weekend.
I
Before
dunno.
last
Nah.
weekend, he reckoned he was
He only
coming.
popped up
Then
for
you
3 hours.
burned him out, taking him to Arenacross, and now he's not interested.
No, I didn't burn myself out at Arenacross. I just sat in the stands. I tell you what burns me out in Arenacross is the fumes.
Oh, here we go.
Really fucks me.
Next day, it fucks you.
Some stadiums are bad.
If you
Depends
do
if
the
you want one of the bad ones.
if you do the full day, I didn't do the full day, but I remember before you do the full day of practice and then, don't know, then it's just the lights and the darkness and the smoke, it just gets you.
It does, makes you feel a bit funny for a couple of
It
days.
does.
Oh, so you're not even going to go watch him?
I don't know. It's where we went to the where they held the World Championship last year, and
Yeah,
it was a
I remember
Dust
it.
Bowl. But it's also
This one's better than the World
Yeah,
Championship.
I can imagine it's
More
better.
hobby riders and that, and carnage and crashes and
But I also imagine it's better in the mud and slop.
yeah,
because everything.
Because there was it wasn't
All
great.
enduro, isn't it?
But also, you can't really. You need a bike or something to get around. Surely.
Yeah, I told you, bring your Charles back. You'll have a lovely day.
Yeah, because you can't
Bring
see
your
it right
camera
now.
if you want. Do some work.
Probably won't bring the camera if I'm honest.
Oh.
He's to quit that. Then you try and fire him up out of retirement. I'm surprised you wouldn't do it for him.
What?
Take your camera.
He told me to play it down in the car. But yeah,
Oh,
I'm
you
on.
are taking
Yeah,
the
he's
camera.
all in
Yeah, well, he's paid me.
properly.
Wouldn't surprise me if he's paid you. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't go. I don't think I'll go.
Now, what is
Oh, do you
the
know?
what is the crack? Is it
Cold,
the
wet,
main race is
fucking
Sunday?
shithole.
I'll be honest, I'm not really sure. Think so. Yeah, it's qualifying Saturday, race on Sunday. Unsure of timings or exactly how the schedule
And the main
works.
race is what, 3 hours?
Unsure. Also, I think it's 3 laps, so however long it takes you. And I think it took about 2.5 when I was there 2 years ago. I don't know if it's the same track. I seen there was a little bit snow there. Someone sent us a picture from a few days ago.
Is there on the last lap there like a Joker lane or like the tricky?
I think when I did 2 years ago, the whole last lap was harder. So I'm unsure.
Why don't you enter it on the trumpet?
Yeah, why don't you enter it?
A few of the people that was on who come to Spain coach with me, they are just very hobby riders, and they entered it last year. And they didn't ride no enduro. They said it was really hard, really hard.
I think you should do it.
No, I'm not doing this.
It's a good vlog.
It would be a good vlog. I
Why
did say
do
this
it?
year, a couple of years ago, I said like this year is the year I'll do enduros and that, didn't it?
Yeah, but you're still just milking it so hard.
You should do a super enduro because the new organisers are making the tracks easier.
It didn't look easy, that one at the weekend.
He reckons it
What
is.
part was difficult?
I don't know.
Sand corner.
Just
you
a
might have
lot of
struggled in
logs,
the
but
sand.
you was
You might have
jumping.
struggled in the sand corner.
The rocks is where you'd struggle in
The rock
anything.
corner, yeah, because it was.
You
on a bit of a
wheelied that
corner.
whole rock section though.
The rest
You could have
of
went
it,
all the way around the outside.
I
It
think
was-
that one in Newcastle last year was one of the hardest tracks for a long time.
because it was so slippy. The dirt was wet and the logs were wet, so it was very slippy.
Yeah.
Very, very slippy.
Some of the rounds. The first round,
Budapest would be a good one for you.
Levin, where we
Corey
went.
Nemeth does a track there.
he's motocrosser.
Yeah, he always puts a nice jump in.
Does he ride that track or not?
Nobody did do Super Enduro for
Oh,
a
did he?
while.
Can you imagine he was quite good, yeah.
No, he was, but then he's actually really good at building tracks now. To be honest, he does Budapest every year is always probably one of the best.
That track at the weekend looked nice on the eye. Like you could watch it and be like, look like a good. They'd put a good show on. Track like look very presentable,
The
which
whole
makes that look much better. Your sport if the track's put together well and it like looks good.
That's a funny place for Bill there.
Why?
It's where he got his wings.
Yeah, I was watching your vlog. You was telling me all about it.
It's also where the knee got popped, isn't it?
yeah. Don't know what else.
Highs and lows there.
I was also knocked myself out there once in 2019.
Yeah, when you jumped
Crashed
off the
going
top.
down the bridge, took the front over the bars, handlebar went into my boot, and then threw my boot into it and then out of it, and I'm just like stuck there like
Knocked out.
yeah.
What proper knocked out?
Well, I just like whoa, and then when you just have like flashing light for a good while, and whilst I'm like trying to move my foot, but fucking handlebars gone in my boot.
What's that? 6 years ago. So when you was 20, was
20
you on a factory team then?
19. Is that six? That's not 6 years ago. Wow, that's 6
knows?
years ago.
Was you factory rider?
Yeah,
Well, she got
Was
a
my
factory deal quite young then. Still
was
19.
2017. I got a factory ride.
You was a factory rider at 17 years
Got a
old.
factory
No, I was
ride
20
after his
then.
first
I
appearance
was
at
born in
Erzberg.
97.
How old are you now then?
27.
Oh, I thought he was like 25. No, she did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So 20 years old when you got a factory deal. Not bad.
Have you still got a factory deal?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, I bet loads of questions on your fucking stupid things, are there?
How are they?
Yeah. So every time I
There's
do
so
that
many
questions thing,
comments.
lately all we've got is about obviously the KTM deal, Husqvarna job, and every single
I haven't
time
actually got a
without
good
fail,
answer for that. What we got?
without fail, we get asked every time.
Oh, we talked about that last time.
How did you free meet?
Oh,
Every time.
I can't remember how I met him.
I'm sure we've definitely talked about that before.
Definitely have. I know we
yeah,
have.
yeah, but I can't remember.
Spike, same circle, isn't it?
Dobby.
Go on, tell us your-
I do remember, actually. I do remember.
Tell us your good answer to that question then.
Well, I suppose it's nothing really special, but we have just been told that if we do get asked, just to be honest and say, obviously there is troubles. There's a lot of restructuring going on. However, we've all been informed that motorsport operates separately, and KTM as a brand is aware of like where it came from, and that regardless of what happens, racing is what it's always going to do, and that motorsport will remain unaffected, and race teams and championships go on as normal. So there you go, everybody.
And so far that's happening.
Yeah, and
There's no difference.
touch wood, again, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes,
I
but
thought you weren't allowed new posters this year, Stan said.
well, because they're not allowed while this restructuring goes on, they haven't been allowed to spend, because obviously posters and that comes from, I don't know, marketing or whatever.
Oh, so there's been no marketing.
So we still haven't had new
Last year's
posters. But in terms of racing, we've done testing.
Well, they must still be cracking on, because they've just sent all of that to the Dakar still going on, and that's obviously not a cheap move.
I mean, like, racing's... I generally have been unaffected. Like, I don't know if every rider's the same, but I have still been paid. We've still tested before Superenduro. Stan and Mark still go to every Superenduro round. So, again, I think there's enough out there to know that there's, like, some problems, but...
I can imagine your side of it, and most of the, maybe not the motocross, but that compared to like MotoGP, the off-road probably doesn't cost no way near what the MotoGP costs.
Yeah,
if anyone's going to be
great
affected.
value for money, realistically, aren't I?
Oh, you are, mate. Yeah, you are.
No,
I'm an absolute bargain.
I actually think you are for what you do.
Thanks, Tom.
You're not.
Pardon? No, I'm probably
I
not,
didn't
no.
say it. He said it. I was thinking it.
I was actually being nice then.
No, thanks. I appreciate that.
Neither of your fucking pants said value, mate. If you want to fucking start picking fights here, 20 fucking quid. I'm only joking, Ed. Don't value for money your pants.
Thank you, mate.
No,
I just wanted to say that because every time I get interviewed at a race, I've
What, are they all asking press conferences?
no, they don't. But I think they're all a bit scared of the question. But we got told, like, to be honest about it. Like, don't hide from the fact. Like, we did get somewhat briefed to be like open about it and what we should say.
I don't think you
so
can
every
hide
time I'm
from
in
it.
no, but I just wanted to say it because I've had my answer ready for a while and I've never had a chance to say it in an interview. So there you go.
Makes sense.
While we're on the subject of value for money, should we ring Matt Bates and see if he thinks your value for money after your weekend?
It's probably not.
Being so nasty to him.
I'm not.
reckon
He is. He won 3 head-to-heads.
I reckon he wouldn't think my value for money is that good at the minute.
You had to come out on the main
No,
stage 3
actually,
times.
a lot of people said, friends that went, we bought tickets through for friends that went to watch me. So then that part is value for money for Matt. They were quite happy. A couple of the families from our school went, and they were like, that was really good because we got to see a lot of Tommy on the night because I was out every session. Which I didn't like, but as a fan watching it, I can imagine they sort of knew most people there, if you was involved in sport, you'd know me. So me being out in the head-to-heads, they probably thought that was great.
I walked back into the pits after the 2 heats, and he went 5-5. I'm like, surely he's in, and he obviously thought the same.
No, I sort of had an inkling I wasn't in because I knew people had gone 4.
They come round with a note. It went, "You're in the head-to-head." He went, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah, that was bad.
I think it should be a permanent thing, to be fair. You
What,
being the poster boy. No, you being in it. You being the poster boy in that.
I wouldn't do the series.
That should be part of your deal.
Wouldn't be on
Yeah,
any
but
posters.
That
it's
should
mad,
be part
isn't it?
of your
Because
deal.
so Bradley, the graphic designer here, he came
That's his favourite part.
and he's never been to one before. He's never been to a motorbike event before, and that was his favourite part. He's like, head-to-head was the best.
Yeah, everyone says head-to-head's the best. For a rider, no.
No.
I don't know. I think some riders might enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Greedy loves it.
No, I don't know.
Stephen
if he does
Clark
anymore.
loved it.
Actually, Greedy is one of the safest riders on track now in a race. Obviously, the head-to-head's a little bit more goes, but on track, Ash is sound. Unless you do something to him, he won't do something to you. In a situation for me, obviously I'm meant to be in the main event, so you're like, if you're not and you're in that head-to-heads and then you've only got last chance, there's only one rider goes through, so one goes through from the head-to-heads, one goes through from the last chance, so it starts to get a bit more like, oh fucking hell, I might not make this now. And
I thought they used to take more. I thought they used to take a couple from the last chance.
How many's in a race?
They did, but now they're putting 5 through from the head-to-heads each.
5 through from each.
No, it goes on like overall combined scores. So like 10 go through from the head-to-heads. 10 go through from the heat races. You add your points together, and then the 10 with the highest points after the heat races, they go through. So if you like
from each heat, so literally heat 1, 2, 3, and 4.
4-7 beat a 5-5 because they're going on like motocross point system, like 25-22. Yeah. So last year, had they gone on last year's point system, a 5-5 would have actually seen you through to the main.
Right.
But where they'd gone on this new point scoring system, because of the 2 series, you've got the World Series and the British Series.
Mm-hmm. This
last round, they brought a lot of foreigners over. So I think the first 7 spots in the main were filled up with foreigners, because that's the World Tour, which the World Tour rounds.
Yeah, which they're not coming to the next one.
No. So
Brexit
then only 4...
Brexit.
Only 5 went through. What'd you say?
Don't worry about it.
So only 5 went through, which the next round there's not as many, there's no foreigners coming, just Dean, which he's not technically a foreigner, he is and he's not, but he's racing obviously because he's British, so he's in the British Tour. So the next 3 rounds are British only, which I think is better, well, way better for me. I don't want to be racing all them. It's a tough old class that the weekend. So yeah, that's how it works. But no, I don't like the head-to-heads. Going back to that, really dislike them. But managed to get through them. Like, I can't believe I got through them. I was so happy after that. I got
you was considering that you're on a 250 and everyone else on a 450 or a start. You've done well at the starts.
Very well at the start.
You whole shot nearly every race apart from the main when you was second to the last on the grid.
To whole shot from the second row. Have you ever whole shot a Superenduro from the second row?
No, because
he lets
you
them
have
go.
to start second row in that race, didn't you?
Race.
Yeah. It's
This
annoying,
weekend, Johnny and Dominic were 2nd and 3rd on the first lap from the second row, though.
Oh, really?
Have you ever led the
first lap from the
second row?
No.
You take it quite steady, didn't you?
Yeah, because usually I'm last to pick on the second row, so I'm like...
How many is on the second row in yours?
7 and 7.
So you're 14th.
7 on the back row?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
7 and 7 hour races.
It's only 7 gates?
Yeah.
Oh, me.
I think so. Yeah, 7 and 7.
I thought
It's
there'd be
narrow.
like 10 gates and then...
Some
3 on
our
the back
start
row,
straights,
isn't it?
some of them are dodge. Some of them are like 10 feet long.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, this weekend, because I was like inside, I thought if Toby Martin was in front of us, I thought if he gets a good jump, I'll go with him and try and just hug the, because it was quite a way until the first corner. It was like a full lane of obstacles, and I thought if he gets
almost better for you.
Yeah, if he'd have got a good jump, so I was going to follow him in and just hopefully hug the inside, but already like over the gate he was like 2 bike lengths behind.
Oh, was he?
So this weekend I fully chilled, but then literally
Sometimes you just roll completely.
yeah,
right?
like it depends, because quite often if there's a more often than not there's a crash somewhere on the first lap, so
You don't want to be
if you're not amongst it and you go around it, you already gained
4 places.
4 or 5 places, which so it's usually not a bad thing taking your time, unless one of the other top riders wriggles their way through, which is what happened in Poland last year. Johnny wriggled his way through and I was still quite far back after a few laps, and I didn't catch up to him, which I think I'm right in saying was the only heat I didn't win last year.
Can't remember.
So I played it too safe that time. And again, this weekend it was still quite early on in the race, but like on the second lap I was like, oh god, these are quite far ahead. I need to
sometimes
get
I
a
think
wriggle
long
on.
way
Yeah,
front. Because it looks like you chill so much on the first couple of laps, and then it's all of a sudden like lap 5, you're like, oh, I best go.
Well, sometimes if you can get like, it's not, I feel like it's fine chilling the first lap if you can go in and make quick passes the second lap, but if then all of a sudden like someone because mistakes happen so much more in my race. If someone makes a mistake in front of you, so you're stationary again, so then people get back past you.
Yeah, that
you
happens a lot in yours. Like someone stops, you get jammed, and then two people go around you, and then so don't really happen.
It's that you've really got to avoid happening. I think if you can keep moving if you can have a good second lap and pick people off, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, because I'm usually going to the second line very last. My positioning's like...
Yeah, ours is only 2 on the back row.
Okay.
So you're basically on the inside. So almost... Matt Bayliss, for instance, I'm pretty sure he got through in the head-to-head, so he was gate 10, but he chose to go back row rather than the final.
No, he got through in the heats, not the head-to-head.
Yeah, sorry, he got through in the heats, so he chose to go first row behind whoever's in front of him on the inside gate, and then I went next to him.
Yeah, because you can sneak round.
And then the guy that actually qualified last, I think there was a gate 3 on the outside that didn't get used. 3 of us queued up on the inside rather than down the very outside gate.
Well, I think it was, I don't know if it was Chatfield or Greedy.
Chatfield was last gate.
Yeah, and he got pushed into the bank.
On the main. Yeah, everyone does on that outside gate. Because
it's always a 90-degree corner as well, Because
I think they are this year. Yeah, they didn't used to be all the time. It used to be 180 sometimes.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Belfast it was all the way straight 180 finish.
Track maps haven't done
better.
that.
90 degrees is sketch because you don't break anywhere near as much.
You all just push out.
On a 250 for me, it's better to have the short start straights.
Yeah, but I mean, a 180-degree corner is better than a 90 because
it's safer.
You're slow. You actually brake.
At least you brake and then you all turn round.
Rather than if it's 90, you can just go from outside to inside to outside, and then anyone outside of you is double fucked.
Yeah, 180. The start's fairer. Much fairer.
You can speak for the same question that Tommy was last year, seeing as now he had to race against Starks last year and he wasn't happy. Obviously, we had that conversation, but now Starks are in your class.
Yeah, I haven't had much interaction with Starks in races yet. I tell you what, a bit unrelated. Well, it's not really. It's still against the start. I raced a race in Chile called Red Bull Los Andes, and me and Eddie Carlson who races for Stark. We did a little bit of a fun exhibition race around a university campus. And there was parts of this track where it actually clicked on us there. In certain situations, or certain super tight tracks, especially when there's obstacles and stuff involved, they're unmatchable how fast they can go in certain areas. Because there was a super tight chicane where it was that slow. You literally had to just stand up and almost trials your way around it, and then pin it up this straight. And it was that short, ridiculous. You physically couldn't change up a gear fast enough. And they just went, I'm just
it's like matey that there was one
Gary Goza.
Jorge Gary Goza. Zaragoza. But anyway, he rides a Stark so well, and the way he rides a bike, he's got the brake on the handlebar.
Yeah.
And I think that it's unbelievable to watch him go around the track. You just go from first lap of practice. You just go, wow, that man rides this bike. Unbelievable. He finesses everything. Pumps the bike, pulls it up, pushes it down on the jumps, and then he goes. In the final, he was going inside, manualing over the first one or soaking it up, double, triple. All the other Dean and Subrez behind him was trying to skip the whoops.
Yeah.
Matey obviously comes out. He's using his brake. He's using his brake on the bar. He then doesn't have to change gear, so he just holds tight. He can then roll the first sweep. Don't even have to go up a gear. Just doubles through the whoops. And then that one section alone of him coming out that 180 up the start straight or up the main straight, left whoops, just watching him do it, it's just fair play. He rides it. There's no one that can ride that bike as good as what he rides.
I think now they've been out long enough where people are really getting used to them.
Yeah.
And because, I mean, allegedly, if you were going to ride one, I'm sure they feel very, very different to get on one. Immediately,
you're
going to be dangerous.
But
once you've got past the dangerous phase, there's places where you just think, yeah, they're fucking makes sense.
I think Arenacross is one of them because it's just small track, tight.
All the freestylers swapped to him. Well, not all, but two of the freestylers, and they love them.
You've seen how fucking big Lado does whips. Have you seen them now? Patrick Evans, that knack, is it a knack or a can? I can't even work out what kind of whip it is, but it's fucked in the head, whatever he's doing.
But they, they're very good in Arenacross. Well, it's a different sort of. Yours is a bit slower, but I didn't actually interact with one at the weekend, which was quite nice.
Yeah, I didn't. Because I'm trying to. I was more thinking like it's. I haven't had a battle with one, so I don't know about the noise of hearing one. One did pass me actually on a practice track. Just when I was coming back from my hand, it was like last corner, like a right, and then it was like you do a tabletop and pull off the track. And I was finishing, so I like stood up around the last two corners and then just like blipped out. Oh no, I was going to actually planning to like jump off the side of this tabletop. So I'm just like burp, 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 and then one come round the outside, railed the outside and passed us, and all like fully got a fright, like blinked, tensed up. I'm like, whoa.
It's tricky. It's hard. But I think once you get used to them, they're on the track. I think now, the second year, you are a bit more used to them on the track.
Know what to expect a bit more.
And riders are more used to them, so I guess they're less dangerous.
I think the riders that are on them have also rode them a little bit longer, and they also know what positions maybe not to put themselves in on that bike.
Yeah, they know when they're going to get squeezed or when people aren't expecting them to be there.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of the riders, that's more important when you're riding one. They say you speak to people that ride one and they're like, scary for us
they're
sometimes.
Getting the door shut on them when they're not expecting.
Like you said, you wanted to jump off the track. If maybe you'd gone inside there.
Yeah, if you'd have gone inside, we'd have fully both hit the deck.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because even the
amateur
class, they're picking them as well. Like if you sat and watched a lot of the pro-ams and all of that,
there's a lot in. I think the top, the Kiddy who won, he won on a two-stroke. He did. And then the next three, I think, were starts. Yeah. But like Elliot Banks Brown, he come up and he was going to ride for a team, and then he was late getting ready, and his granddad sells Starks in his dealership, and he was just like, I just jumped on one of these, just jumped on it, off I went. He says, don't have to do nothing, just
the other thing from that race in Chile, I figured, so we had like a straight rhythm prologue, and it was like in the middle of the city. It was a bit of sketchy build, and there was this pretty dodge double. It was like a super steep takeoff, and then I did it in practice. Everyone was like kind of like looking at it, no one had done it, and then I did it in practice, and I just literally got on a bone stock bike, and it had like super long gearing because it's geared for like the road, to ride on the road pretty much. So I tried it in first and nearly looped out. Oh no, I think I tried it in second and my bike bogged a little bit. And I tried it in first and nearly looped out, and I was like, okay, that's not happening anymore tonight. And then by the time I'd done it twice, Eddie tried it. And then once he got it down, he had it dialed. But I just figured for like overseas races and shit like that,
just jump on it with no
gears. They're literally like arriving and plug their phone in, or however they plug their map in, and it's literally the engine they've been riding forever. Like obviously suspension.
Yeah, it's literally no different.
Yeah, like the engine characteristics from
your practice bike to your race bike. You want to chuck your race bike in the bin, or your practice bike, and you want to just delete the same. Yeah, you just like, I don't know what it is.
Command backspace.
Yeah, I don't like this bike, and they're like, well, it's the same, and you're like, well, I don't know, it's not the same, and you get in an argument. Whereas Jack says he's like, if he wants to go to Barcelona to ride for 3 days, he jumps on a flight and they just go, just pick one of them, and he's got standard bars. Everything's just standard. The suspension's set up for Supercross, and he just picks which one he wants, and off he goes. Yeah. He's like, bang, same.
That's part of it's cool.
It's different, but racing them,
and it's just good.
I think in Arenacross they are the
in Arenacross. It's getting to the point though where more people are picking them, and you sort of better off having a class for them.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like I think
because then you could race both.
All
classes.
The same, aren't they? Then you're racing the same.
My honest opinion is that machine. Makes more sense to me. I know that they're really all for being all together, which I do also get why they would want to be like that. But to me, if to prove that 10 of them can be on a track and it being an exciting race to watch is as
well. All you got to do is compare it to any other sport. Formula One has Formula E, MotoGP has Moto E. They don't mix them.
No. Well, soon there's going to be enough where you don't need.
Yeah, you have that class.
You just be the class, and then it's up to them who wants to ride the class. In America, they do the start class, don't they? In Arenacross.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if MXGP do it, where like instead of the Honda Cup or the EMX, you have like a electric class or something.
Well, soon the other manufacturers will have electric bikes. So then, you would like to, not like to think, but
Honda had one, didn't they? Honda had a go.
Yeah, I think Trey Canard was on one. don't know if that was last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
But
Well,
it's
Honda
just going to
do
be
that.
natural that they're all
That
going to have an electric one. I
Proper
would've thought.
Honda goes to that FIM E-Explorer Championship
Yeah,
where they like,
there is an
Then-
E-championship, isn't there?
yeah, like, it's a bit weird. The tracks, they're like borderline, super, like,
It's like Endurocross.
well, yeah, they'll just be like a random log in it, and then like a tabletop in a
Yeah.
car park, and then the next bit across a grass field. But anyway, the proper Honda was there.
Yeah.
It's cool. It gives more jobs. That's
Yeah, a lot of people have got good. I don't know what they get paid, but like Eddie, Jack, and all that, they've went from not really making a living racing
Yeah,
motorbikes,
same with Eddie
and now
and
they're all
Eddie
making a living.
Carlson in Superenduro. Like that's regardless of what you think about it. It's give them 2 riders and however many mechanics jobs. So it's good.
It's good.
Good all around.
Taddy struggles on it a bit, doesn't he?
I'm not getting involved.
Why?
Why?
Did you not see the video of him at the weekend?
No.
I've not seen it.
What? No comment.
He absolutely launched it into another rider.
What, on accident?
Well,
What, ghosted it?
apparently. Couple of
I'm
fists.
not getting
Is that
involved.
why the fisticuffs were coming?
Couple of
Wasn't it on the blog you said there was a punch up?
I didn't see it. I just heard all about it. I actually think I went for a nap. You'd be impressed. Well, I didn't go to sleep. I just had a lie
Rested your
down.
eyes.
Just had a no. I didn't even close my eyes on it. I had a lie down. My back was hurting a bit, so I went and laid on the hard floor and just had 20 minutes out
What,
the way.
you just ghosted the bike into someone? It must
They're
be
in
quite
a
hard to
90
ghost
degree.
because you've not got a clutch to like rev it up.
Well, that's what I did. It's that aggressive that you could almost say the bike malfunctioned. He literally there and he just goes, what? Into it.
Or at a stop, like the race had
Completely
finished.
stopped.
What, he wasn't happy? Was
It's
he happy
like,
with
it's
the other
imagine
geezer?
you holding your bike flat out and then me knocking the gear and you just go, whoa. That's what it looks
Yeah, I
like.
wouldn't like to do that. And what, they weren't happy? Was the other bloke happy after that or not?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
You don't want to get involved.
Why do you not want to get involved?
It's happened now. It's been and gone. He got
Oh,
disqualified. though.
oh, did he?
Yeah,
Oh, so it was it
he
wasn't
got
an
disqualified from the whole day after in practice.
accident. Oh, this happened in practice.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's qualified, and I guess. Well, I don't.
It's all
Yeah.
over the internet. You can
It must
see
have been
Eddie
qualified.
Carlson has actually had more success on the start than Taddy, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, Taddy hadn't finished. Taddy DNF the first round and DSQ the second
Yeah.
round. But Eddie's riding good. He had a third
nice,
in the
yeah.
first moto.
Oh, so he's like competitive
Yeah.
now on yours. Oh,
He
fair enough.
was.
Why did they decide to let it race the series? Because last year they wasn't, was they?
I don't know. I think they've had a lot of rules they've had to go through. I know their bike has to be heavier than our.
I thought there was quite a lot of fire protocols.
Yeah, fire is apparently really bad. Like we get told, if there's red flags now, we have to all immediately exit the arena as fast as possible. And like there's, I don't know how many, 4, 6 marshals. They're not out on track, but they're there to deal with electrical malfunctions and stuff. I think there's still
Because none of that.
some
no.
health and safety to do with it. But I know the bike has to be heavier than our weight limit, which I don't really understand why. But
I think it naturally is anyway, isn't it?
well, it is, but their limit. So
Well-
like they could obviously make theirs lighter using titanium bits and bobs or whatever. But there's now their minimum weight is heavier than our minimum weight, which I don't know why. I just know that that's one thing they've
Your
been
bike
complaining
gets
about,
lighter
which-
as you go along, though. With your bikes get lighter as you go by burning fuel.
No, but there's still a minimum weight in all racing. Like MXG, like I don't know about ACU British ones, but like all
your-
MXGP,
I don't
whatever.
think
Is your weight measured on dry or wet?
Well, it's minimum. Like so, like dry. If they pull you and your bike's too light, regardless of how much fuel's in, you get
Oh, you
done.
can't top her back up.
No,
Right.
but my bike's quite a bit heavier than some of the other ones anyway.
yeah, I
Triumph's
think
light.
that. Oh, is it?
And they
Triumph.
had tyre stickers on their bike this weekend. So
Yeah, I see that in the vlog. Why did that upset you?
I wanted tyre stickers. I've literally asked for tyre stickers for 4 years. And
What
an Enduro.
tyres you use? Metzler's.
Michelin, but good effort.
Some people use Metzler in yours, don't they?
No, classic Enduro Metzler's the tyre.
Oh, is it?
What do you run on the trumpet?
What tyres? Dunlop. I was actually impressed with the.
Use that tyre stickers on your photo shoot.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Cool. Tyre stickers are cool. Tyre
I think we
stickers will
bought them off
never
eBay
not
or
be cool.
something.
It depends. Tyre stickers are cool on bikes, but they're not cool on cars.
Well, proper ones are not like actual tyre sticker's cool. Not
if Matey
painted. Not when
goes down
Matey Boy-
Halfords.
Not when Matey Boy paints over the continental
Yeah.
letters.
That's not cool.
Yeah, no, but proper tyre sticker's cool.
Yeah.
No, back to what you started on. The Triumph was really good at the start, but it was good around the track, but it's just quite hard racing against the 450s in some areas. But I think also
fill us
after
in on
watching
that.
stuff, I can be a bit better.
Your reasoning for not riding the 450s because in the UK they didn't really have the bikes.
We only got one last week.
So you didn't want to ride something with no testing time.
Well, we didn't know if we was going to get them last week. They're not actually up for sale in the UK, I think till February. So they've actually got that one over in in a batch. And Joel's obviously racing the 450, not me as such. And at the point when I was racing Arenacross, we didn't actually have a date when the 450 was going to come. So just to be a bit more organised, we just said from the beginning, like, we'll race a 250 because I feel comfortable on that bike. Like, the bike's really good. And I didn't really change anything on the bike all weekend. So it's like, it wasn't like I'm like, oh, I don't like the bike. I love the bike. But just racing against the 450s and the Starks, a little bit more difficult than what I thought it would be. I generally thought it'll be like almost better being in a smaller stadium, and maybe it will in a couple of the others, but that track,
I've obviously watched you ride for years, and I'm not bad mouthing you or anything, but you definitely didn't ride to the best of your abilities.
No, that's what I think. After watching it as well, I think I can be better than I was on the 250. I don't think it's all like, oh, you need to be on a 450. I think had you rode a 250 really well, I can go much faster. Like, I think I can find a second a lap on my bike.
Yeah, you definitely. Just
there was,
by positioning yourself, you just weren't on it.
No, I wasn't. I think also I've not rode quite as much as I maybe
you have, yeah.
should have. I think the bike had 11 hours on it since Nations, which is actually not a lot. But it's sort of.
But it's tricky though, isn't it? It's tricky to. You didn't go to Spain really and do your full Spanish Arenacross.
Don't really do that now.
Prep.
It's hard to get away, isn't it? You can't. I go away on the coaching trips. I rode on that. I rode a little bit in the UK. I didn't feel bad at all, but I just think I can be better.
I feel like Arenacross is tricky though, because, well, I mean, it's not. I suppose riding's riding, but every practice track, or when I see people practice Arenacross, it just doesn't look
anything like what you race.
Like the race.
No, it's. I think you just got to feel good on the bike. If you're comfortable on a bike, then
just used to it, used to timing it, and in
I
sync.
think I can set the bike up a little bit better to turn, which will help me. And then, but the starts, I can't fault that. I think being on a 250, where we've got that mesh, it's a different mesh. It's a different mesh to motocross, and it's quite real, like grippy and edgy. Where on a 450 you have to be very smooth as you release the clutch. 250 you can sort of drop the clutch quite quick, and then you can manage the power. Where at a 450, against them off the mesh, I can go quite quick. So I'm like half a bike length, half a wheel in front of them,
just be
off the mesh, because I can just go
aggressive.
Whereas they're going like.
Do you have a solid gear at Arenacross or not?
Yeah, we do. We had a board over it. Yeah,
Is it slippy?
some
or
sorts. No, it's not really slippy.
I think it isn't. It got sponsorship on it, so it must be slippy.
We have a solid board, yeah.
Not?
But then
Our gear at the weekend was fucking slippy. Not that much.
What, when it drops, it's got a big.
It was just solid plastic.
But Johnny gets good starts, and yours on that bike. I mean, what are you on? 350. And then what do everyone else ride?
300 2-strokes.
Oh, is it? But
And
he's,
Johnny's on a 250. Johnny's on a 250.
and you're dirt behind it, isn't it?
Yeah, dirt.
But like you said, you're so. It's always. The start's normally not that unfair on yours, because normally.
If there's an obstacle,
Yeah, it's the obstacle,
it's like if
isn't
you've
it?
got your handlebars there, you can kind of be anywhere. And
Yeah, I remember watching the first round. You was there, Johnny was there. Like
yeah,
either
first
side.
round was super even. Like, it was the two outsides were actually the best, because the first round, which I somewhat liked, you weren't allowed to jump any of the obstacles. You had to stay like wheels on the ground all the way through.
on the first straight.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Well, the first two obstacles, and then the last one, the last jump you could double. So yeah, we were both fully outsides.
That was quite good. I like that. Because then it was like drag race almost.
How do you reckon you would do at Arenacross?
I'd really like to have a go. I wouldn't like to go in their class, but I'd like to have a go in.
No, I think, fuck, the way you were riding at the weekend.
Yeah, like, I generally think
fast
I'd
between
love
the
to
sections. You
have a
can't
go-
really.
Well,
mess
his
it
log
up.
section was like
I'd
double,
love to
double,
have a
double.
go on a bike with proper suspension because, yeah, I mean, in corners and even like these days in jumps and stuff, I generally feel
You rip rent like them little
fully
corners are no different to a
fully
Arenacross.
comfortable on everything. I think it'd be fucking scary compared to what I'm used to on the actual track with that many people. Well, I'm used to that many people in such a small area, but the speeds are quite a bit slower. Like we'll have one fast straight or one rhythm section per track, which I'm not uncomfortable on. But like having every lane like that with like people there, I think is why I wouldn't want to go in your class to start off with. But yeah, I would fucking love to have a go.
I don't think you'd be that bad. There's literally at the weekend, there was one rhythm section, finish jump, a straight, and whoops. And the whoops that when you did the outdoor race at Bolesworth, you bloody wheelied them all.
Yeah. Them whoops were difficult at the
think
weekend because they were
I
all
think
sticky, but
I
the
would
whoops like
be able to find some interesting setup. And I think when the more the track gets fucked up, would be better for me anyway. But
they're so different though. The ground we had in how sticky the dirt was in NEC to then it's like a gravelly shale in London, so it's very different.
I'd be better, and well, our Poland in the past was always like super grabby, like almost like a fucking bouncy castle. You just stand on it and it goes like.
Yeah, thingies.
You feel the air coming out of it.
The stickier ones are much more sensitive. Like you feel a bit more pumped up.
Yeah, you got to fight more.
London's much easier in a way of like more forgiving.
I'm not as when it's a bit looser though. I feel like I don't like loose tracks.
Might push the front.
You pushed the
or
front.
even the rear would step
Push
out.
the front quite bad, yeah, unexpected.
I'm getting better at not pushing the front. 'Cause, to be honest, since we haven't rode properly together in a while, I've actually really changed how I have my bike set up since then.
Yeah, you reckon you're better at motocross now than ever?
And more, I would say make less mistakes, definitely, because back then I used to have my back end so low to feel comfortable, whereas now I'm the opposite.
So you've been fucking about the sag again.
I stopped in Husqvarna and put less sag in the middle of the race. Lifted my back end.
How did you do that in mid-race? With what? A screwdriver?
8mm spanner. I was 8mm T-bar. You can
We just
do
got
out of
Bosch.
sag.
That's it, and then carried on.
In
How
a
long
pit
did that
stop.
take? Like 10 seconds?
Yeah, not even.
What, a measurement pit stop or just
all
a
of a
couple
sudden,
of
that was
spins?
your changing point. That was your changing point.
Yeah, I was getting on pump.
Oh, and you said more weight on the front.
It picked it up. I was doing this because my back end was dropping
was
too
holding
much.
on so much,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
like, back end was sagging, so I was struggling to stay up on top. And
Well, ever since then, sag high.
well, no, I have done for the last. I've really tried to lift my back end for the last year and a half, anyway. But like, just it's so weird because the amount of times I've had to or stopped or complained in races about my back end not being too high, and that when I first for like the first 3-4 years of being on like factory ski, that was always my complaint, like the back end's too high, can't ride the bike. Whereas now it's mainly my complaining is that it's gone too low.
What,
Do you know what mil sag you're running? Yeah, I was going to say.
Superenduro, I'm still quite low because the way like that rock corner, for example, this weekend,
You like heels below the thing.
yeah, I mean, I steer the whole bike a lot with the feet. But like on a motocross track, I'll run like 30mm static sag now and be comfortable.
What's that, like 101?
Yeah, if I tend to just measure off static, but just over 100 probably.
You was 115s, weren't you, at one point?
Like on an extreme bike, but now I'm also like probably 105, 106.
Oh, big change. No, if I would change my bike for next weekend, I'd make it rear higher.
That going back to pushing the front, now I'm on top, so much more up on top. I mean,
Don't push.
a lot less. Generally, a lot less tucking of the front.
Was your crash at Arenacross, was that a bike setup an issue, or was that just you tucking the front?
It's been slippy because I've seen Lado. Who else? I don't know who they
Remet.
Too much front brake.
I don't really know, to be honest. I think I must
give
have
you a good
landed on
slap.
I think I must have landed with a bit of front brake as well. I don't know if I landed perfectly clean, so then the weight wasn't on the front. I think I might have slapped down a little bit. So if you land front wheel first, more so, then the weight goes straight to the front and it has more feeling. Where I think I didn't land.
Bit of a case.
Not so much a case, but maybe a little bit, but a bit too much, like both wheels flat. So then the weight didn't go all the way to the front.
Bounce back.
But there must have been something slippery because Remet was like picture perfect all night around the track, and then he actually crashed on lap 2. Same thing. He just was breaking down the downside to get into that inside rut, and he tucked the front. And then like 5 laps later, then I done it. But fuck, it really put me down hard. Like I'm hit my head quite bad.
I thought the shoulder was done. I thought, no,
shoulder. I didn't hit. Nothing else hurt at all. Like not even a little bit of a graze, but not one ache. Nothing the next day. It's just my head.
How come you pulled out? Did you fuck the bike? Was the bike twisted?
No, I fucking didn't really know where I was.
Oh, you hit it that hard?
Even when I watched the footage back, I sort of don't remember being sat on the floor because I sort of sit there for a bit.
You sat there for a long time.
Do.
Yeah, see, I don't remember that.
You were sat, like, literally sat with your arm on the hay bale for
See, I
ages.
don't remember that bit. It's not funny at all, really. It's fucking wound me up a bit. Because I don't crash like that, so it annoys me that I've had a crash and made a mistake. Normally I don't make a mistake on my own, and that was a mistake on my own. But yeah, I was like real dazed, and I don't really remember much of that race, which is a bit scary. I remember bits of it, but I
remember you being on the second row and all of a sudden being in 5th.
Yeah, no, I do remember bits of the race. For me to say I don't remember any of it's wrong, because I remember a couple of I remember Remet crashing in front of me. I remember Bayliss, he overjumped something and then he tipped off, and then someone else made a mistake. So all of a sudden then I was in like 5th, and I was like, fucking hell, this is good, because then really it was only Dean in front of me who was racing the British Series. So as such, then if you take rid of, I know they're in it and you're still in 5th, but you take away everyone but Dean, which will be there next week, then you're in 2nd. It's not such a bad race. And then yeah, I just went down quite hard, and then that was it. I was like,
when's the next one? Not this weekend,
London.
weekend after.
But I'm quite looking forward to London. Much more looking forward to it without having the foreigners.
The foreigners.
Like, not to be racist.
The foreigners.
Not to be foreignist, but it's it'll be a nicer
Bringing Tommy
event.
Robinson to London with you.
You probably won't know who he is.
I think
No,
he's
I
in
do.
jail, actually, is he?
Yeah, I think he's away. But that'll be just a nicer night, really. Bit
Without
calmer.
the foreigners.
Yeah.
Better without the foreigners.
Well, they're fast, really fast. They all do it all the time. So they're not like
Shall I tell you-
they're not
shall I
like
tell you
big
one
names where
man-
you'd be like, he's amazing.
One man
But you
who's
put him in,
very,
that's
very
good.
impressive is
Soob.
Soob.
I didn't really watch him, obviously.
Well, fuck me. He
Broke his femur 8 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's had like, what did he have?
2 days.
2 days on a bike. 7 hours on a bike.
Fucking hell.
7 hours,
7
that's
hours
big
in 2
days,
days.
Dan.
You said 2 big
Well,
days.
he said something.
I know,
Someone
7
said
hours
he's had
inflation.
something.
Because I was thinking I got a new bike when I came back from South Africa, and that's only got 5 hours on it.
No,
Or
I
maybe
think
it was
he's done
something
2
in
days.
7 days then. 2 out of 7. I don't know. But they said it on the mic.
No, I think he's only done 2 days on the bike. He was really impressive. Even Dean was like impressed by Soob and well, they was all really good actually. Remet, Soob and
What's happened to
Right,
Bogle? Does he not
Soob
ride
and
for
Dean.
Stark anymore?
I don't
No,
think
they
he wants
race
to
in
do the
America now,
UK.
though, don't they?
Oh, he don't want to do this Arenacross.
Well,
again?
no, Arenacross, Starks race Arenacross
he's
in
doing
America.
that. Oh, okay.
I think it's a lot for him to come over and do the UK. And actually, because obviously it's British Championship only. They're only doing 3 rounds, so they're doing Birmingham, Manchester, Abu Dhabi, whereas we've got 3 now, I think, or 4. We've got London next weekend off, Belfast, Aberdeen, weekend off,
Belfast
Manchester.
2-dayer.
2 day.
That's quite a lot of rounds, though.
It's a good little series. It is good. Like, I do enjoy it. When you're there, you're sort of like... it's
When's
quite a
Abu
good
Dhabi?
show. Abu Dhabi's April. But then at the same time, I've not really rode outdoors since Nations, because I just had a few weeks off the bike, then rode a little bit of Arenacross. So I think I might just go ride Finno or something this weekend. Something to do in it. Otherwise, I just keep going around that same little track at Ed's. It's getting a bit boring, keep riding around there. Doing the same thing. You got any questions then or what?
Just
Billy.
just worry about your phone, lad. Don't worry about this.
Someone's just texted me. I'm just trying to sort something out.
Who's head of the podcast?
No, you told me you were the head of it.
Do you want to rattle on about your race a bit more? Supercross coming
No,
up this weekend?
He's done some general knowledge questions. Let's do some of
It's
them.
not-
I'm
Actually,
quite excited for Supercross this weekend. I was thinking...
I am
Oh, I
actually
was gonna-
really
that's how I was
excited.
gonna sign that off.
Where do you think part of us going to come? Just get this question out
Yeah,
of the way.
that's what I was going to do.
Because, right, I'll say my bit. I think all these lot over-exaggerating on how hard Supercross is. I don't see why he can't. Well, I don't think he win this year, but I've seen people saying like he'll never win ever, and I'm just like, it's not that hard. If you obviously
as good as he is,
and the people around him, facilities, bike, blah blah blah, effort that he's going to put in, I don't see how he can't get to be top level.
I think he'll win a race this year.
Do you reckon? See, I also think it's possible.
I think he might win multiple races.
If you listen to anything, people have got him down as like not even in the top 10 this year, and I don't get it.
I would say he's got a very strong chance at Daytona, and it's hard to say.
I
any
agree.
other
He's
track.
got a strong chance at Daytona because he's very good sandy. Granted, that's not real deep sand, but also Daytona, they don't normally do massive things because, say, in the past, Brayton won in Daytona, his first ever race, and he's not like a sand guy or he's not like an outdoor, but he still won that race. So I think if you look at someone like Justin Brayton can win there as a one-off, then Prado definitely can.
I think he's got a couple in him
This year?
Yeah.
That's you're really high. I'm high, but that's even higher than me.
No, I don't know about wins.
Who's his competitors?
There's a
then?
lot of competitors.
Fucking lot.
A lot of competitors. But
Webb, Roxon, Lawrence,
Webb's hot and
Lawrence.
cold. Webb's hot and cold. He can be amazing or nowhere.
Nah, he's
also
always
won
there.
2 championships or 3 championships.
Well, yeah, but he's also sometimes
there's a
he
lot
can
of comp.
fuck
Yeah.
himself.
It's a busy season for comp.
Right, Sexton.
Yeah, he's pretty good. No?
Yeah.
He's also a crumbler though.
He's not a crumbler.
He fucking is. You two are too scared to
Says
say
you
it out
couldn't
loud.
fucking finish a
Edward's
you couldn't
fucking
finish a
leader of
paddle
the
today.
Prado
He fucked
fan
it up.
club. You're going out to fucking A1 with a flag, are you?
No, but I agree with someone who can ride a bike like Prado can ride a bike. For someone that you could never ride sand as someone like Caroli, go to Lommel and be the best sand rider in the world.
Yeah,
within,
I
like,
just
3
think
years.
they're all like, he hasn't done it, he hasn't grew up doing it, blah, 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 he's too old. I don't
No, I disagree
believe
on that
any of them arguments I discredit.
Jet Lawrence only started practicing for Supercross 6 months before his first race, and he went and won a race first year. So I think obviously you're up against that, but I do think if he practices and, like you said, in 2-3 years.
Do you think
and has some
Prado's a
good
better
rides,
rider than Hunter Lawrence?
Than Hunter Lawrence? Yeah,
And Hunter Lawrence was getting podiums.
yeah, he's done it a few years.
Yeah.
But Jet Prado's for 4-time world champion. So
I
on
think he's got a
paper,
couple
you're
in
only
him.
going on paper. Maybe not right now at Supercross. No,
You can bet on
Hunter-
Supercross this year. I want you should go and put some money on it, Edward.
Can we do that Pulp MX game still or not?
No, I don't
I don't
think
think we
so.
can do that in-
I don't think
Not even for fun?
Apparently, someone told us the other day, even with a VPN, you can't do it anymore.
Oh, really?
Not even for no money, just for fun.
I don't think so.
There are other ones you can do. I think.
Is there?
Don't know.
Make your own. Can do some coding, Edward.
I've not
Get
got-
all
Oh,
your
what,
fucking hours.
in 48 hours you
Yeah.
get that sorted? ChatGPT will probably sort that for you.
So I would say Prado this year. I don't know about win like Ed, but I've 100% top fives.
Yeah, I think 2 podiums, a lot of top fives, 6th overall.
Do you reckon he'll whole shot a race on Saturday night at the heat or the main?
Don't know.
No, I don't. I've not got
On
him
the
for a whole
Cowie,
shot.
does this Cowie start as well as
First
a
start on the
KTM?
Cowie. If he whole shots
Imagine,
first start
yeah, I
in
was
the
about
Cowie,
to
he's very
say,
good.
first heat race, whole
I did
shot.
listen to their him doing some starts. They put a video up, and it is mind-boggling how low in the revs he is. Have you seen the start
No, I
or
haven't
not?
seen it.
He literally goes, it's nuts. I don't know if it's on his profile, but
It's a split start this weekend. I seen the track map
Oh,
this
is it?
morning.
If he
isn't it?
comes in swinging, strikes while they're on top, sometimes they're all a bit scared of the first round, aren't they? Because like Justin Barsha's won that a couple of times.
He
yeah.
He might get lucky and go for it.
he wasn't at the FM Awards because he'd crashed and hit his head.
Yeah, I think his off-season's not been
Righto.
quite as...
Yeah. He had
not
a black
been quite
eye.
as
He
good
come up
as
on
he
the
had
big
hoped.
he come up on the big screen saying, sorry, I can't be there, and he had a black eye. So, I mean,
I think he'd done a crash.
Either that or his missus has belted him.
No, I don't think he's got misses now.
Oh, is he not? Is he not
He's
took
bombed
her?
it off and then gone to America single.
Oh, right.
Fair play, that's good going.
What a boy.
Yeah, some boy.
I bet he's having a good time.
I bet he's loving it out there, yeah. Don't you, Bill? That's pretty mad, though. He had her over here and he just thought, no,
Where's
not
he
in
living?
California. I'm living
Is he living in California?
near Kawasaki in Orange County.
Nice part of the world. Hopefully he's not on fire.
No, that is bad. Do you want to do some any more Supercross roundup, or do you want to do some general knowledge?
Yeah, well, we only talked
250s.
about Prado. Well, I think Jet's going to win, isn't he?
250s?
Let's have a
Well, actually,
when's this coming
I don't
out?
know
I was going to try and end it on this, but you've already gone into the Supercross chat because Billy apparently says Monday he's here for another podcast, so
we're
we
doing
can.
another podcast.
Oh, that's quite good. But I think this is going to come out before Monday.
He's going to edit this afternoon.
This will
It's
come
gonna
out.
be-
Oh, okay.
Hopefully
Well,
tomorrow.
I reckon we could do a giveaway courtesy of Kecks. In the comments, if you listen to it,
Yeah.
I want you to list your top 3
Yeah.
picks for 250 and 450 class.
Okay.
If you get it right, do you have to get both classes right or just one class right?
I don't know. 'Cause You
Both
haven't,
are
told,
making a substantial prize.
you haven't told me what the prize is yet.
Or
Ten
any
pairs of
prize.
pants.
You got a load of hats out there.
Are you-
New hats. What you're
what-
wearing now?
what
It's
are
my
you-
house cap.
Yeah, these aren't out yet, but they are coming out. So we could give out some. We could give some out early.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What if there's more than one winner though?
Well,
There's not going to be that many. Get 6 people right, surely.
no way. Not getting 6 people right. Never.
At the first round, because technically we should put a cut-off time. in
Or
as
you
well.
could do top 3 and then the reserve top 4. You're a reserve rider and the best
No,
place in
yeah,
reserve
no.
wise.
Too
Far
complicated.
I don't think many people are going to get the top 3 right.
I think you're safe. You could safely go with top 3 and give
Both
a hat
classes.
away. Yeah, get both classes right.
There's not going to be
You win a
that
hat.
many comments, is there? Right, so competition rules are you have to guess the top 3 in both classes. If you get it right, you win a cap. Does that sound
New,
all right to you, Ed?
unavailable to buy.
Yeah, sounds alright.
As featured on Edward's head.
But we got 3 colours, so we'll pick at random the colour, and also we'll stop the comments from Saturday.
No, you can comment all. Well, yeah,
I'm going to pick the winner.
Saturday morning.
I'm going to pick the winner on Saturday.
Just continue.
What? What one's that? Middle one.
Middle one.
Well, if you're watching this now, the cameras have. We've just got 2 cameras, but it's you're going to stop it from Saturday midday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Good luck. Have a great weekend.
Only on YouTube. You're not going to. Yeah, I guess.
Only on YouTube, yeah.
Don't bother clipping it up on Instagram. Clip it up and say comment on the YouTube video.
Make sure you comment on the YouTube video, not this Instagram post.
If it's on this Instagram post, you win nothing. Wouldn't that be a shame if you commented the right riders on this Instagram post?
It would,
Sucks
yeah.
to be you.
Do you want to do these general knowledge questions? I'm feeling quite smart.
There's not many.
How was there not?
Well, they're not really general knowledge, a lot of them. I mean, I don't know the answers to most of them.
Yeah, but that don't mean I won't.
They're not really on the vibe I was going for. Well, there's a couple.
Did you get any? Did you do a question segment, Ed?
Yeah, but
How many dots on a pair of dice?
Oh, that's
Oh,
tricky. A pair.
40.
I know this because it was a question in that
Yeah.
other quiz.
6, 10, 15, 21,
I think. I'll Google it.
42.
Yeah,
Yeah.
42.
I was going to say 42.
Yeah. That's what I think it is too.
Yeah, but I just worked that out in
No,
literally
I
split
did it the other
seconds.
day because I was
Yeah, it
listening.
took you a day. I just done it in 5 seconds.
Fucking stupid. 42 dots. Well done.
Thank you.
Uh,
Do you know how I done that? Got to that answer that quick.
what?
Just adding them all up.
Do you know what you should be then? You should be a darts player if you're that good at maths.
We need to get the darts board up.
Yeah, we have
but I
got a
can't-
darts board
We'll
to
have a
come.
darts vlog. We could
Pro
have a darts vlog on Monday.
Well, I need to buy some wall protector if he's playing because we'll have more darts in the.
No, I'm not that thick. I can throw a fucking dartboard.
Name one darts player.
I'm not that thick, you fucking...
Go on then, name one
You
darts player.
can't do one.
Ronnie O'Sullivan. Luke Littler.
Right, okay. Name any other darts player other than him.
The other Luke.
Which one? What's his name?
No, it's Luke.
Cool hand.
Luke Humphreys.
Oh, fucking hell. Normally you don't know anyone of any other sport.
Name.
Luke Humphreys, Luke Littler, Gary Taylor. Phil Taylor, actually. I think he's retired now, isn't he?
Huh?
Is Phil Taylor retired?
Yeah.
The Hitman Taylor.
I don't think that's his name.
I don't think that's his name.
It's the Power.
Feel
The Power Taylor.
Uh,
We've got to give our picks.
what is photosynthesis?
When it changes air to oxygen to water, and it.
I think it's
Plants and
light,
all
isn't
that.
it? Is it not when what plants
Yeah,
do with
plants
light?
and light.
Plant-
Yeah, it's
light,
fucking same thing.
sunlight, like light into energy.
Yeah, so I just said.
That's what do you put in a toaster?
Bread.
Hey,
quick
you
for
just
him.
impressed
Not
us
thick.
there.
That just upsets me how thick you fucking. How can that impress you? My
This-
4-year-old knows that. No, we got to do our picks for the weekend. So I'm gonna go out on a limb, and say Jet Lawrence.
How many ones are there on a clock?
Don't know. I'm not interested anymore. Jet Lawrence, Jason Anderson,
Woof.
Cooper Webb.
What about your 250?
We don't know who's riding. That's it.
Sort of do know he's riding the 250. I'm gonna go.
It's Deegan West Coast.
Yeah, Deegan's West.
Is.
See him on his jet
He's
yesterday.
PJing in now as we speak.
Deegan.
And he's got it Urus for the month.
How's he? Deegan, Kitchen. I don't know another rider in that class really. Who else? It's hard to 250s. I don't know who's riding.
It's literally what I've just said, and you just said and the riders.
You always sort of do, but when you actually go to think about it, I don't. Deegan, Kitchen. Swole, I just see that he hurt his ankle.
I'm going to go for Jet Lawrence,
Okay.
Sexton,
Oh, I forgot Sexton. Yeah.
Hunter Lawrence.
Okay.
That's just lost battery now.
Fucking hell.
Fucking shambles this thing.
What as?
The purple light behind us is gone now. So
Oh,
Like,
fuck.
we can go.
we could go. If we're going to do two on another one on Monday, no point rambling on.
No, I mean we're only finish the results and finish
Oh,
up then.
yeah,
We can run without a purple light.
Can we? Oh, right. And I'll go Roxon.
Whoa! You're really going out on a limb. He's been very quiet, hasn't he, lately?
If you go in Roxon, you may as well go Prado then.
I'm going Roxon. Sexton.
So you think Jet Lawrence having a mare then?
Yeah. Big disaster.
Head gone.
No, just first turn crash and
Okay.
gets back up to 7th.
Well, you
Cool,
don't
big
reckon he's going to
crash.
try and quad something and come up short again?
Ilford. Maybe. See, maybe I
Tomac.
think Tomac's going to win as well, though.
Well, can we just have a final answer?
No, I'll stick with it. Roxon, Sexton, Webb.
Roxon is very good at a round one. Normally comes out swinging, so I can see it. What did I?
I just can't see Jet that far down.
No, well, I can't really, but I've gone with it.
You got to go out on a limb, haven't you? You can't just be the same.
Every man his dog's going to say Jet.
Well, I'll change mine then.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Go on then.
Well, I'll go Prado Jet.
Whoa, fuck me.
Prado Jet Sexton.
That's a big. All right,
There we go.
that's it. Are we going to round this podcast up?
See you on Monday.
Yeah, we'll do another one on Monday.
Will you be here?
We'll
Comment,
recap the
right?
race.
People.
Will you be here on Monday?
I fancy riding. I might ride your track Monday. Weather's meant to warm up a little bit.
Well, we could go early then because he's got to leave at 4, 5.
Oh, you're coming back here?
So you could let.
Got a one camera, so make the most of it, whatever fucking one's on. Yeah, I'll leave Monday night so we can podcast Monday. I might even ride on Monday if you're going to ride.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think Stan's taking
When's your race? Sunday or Monday?
Sunday.
Saturday,
or
Sunday, Monday. You want to do all the 3 days?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and
Ride Monday, Arenacross up there.
I don't know if you remembered, I haven't reminded him this week, but I did ask Stan like 2 weeks ago to take there's a 450 at his house to the race this weekend. So if
Isn't it a beach race weapon?
no, it's a brand new stock 450.
Oh, it'd be good round the Arenacross track then.
I think it has suspension. Well, just more.
It'll be good. The track will be really good because it's meant to be somewhat dry now.
Well, anyway, if I feel all right, we'll ride on Monday.
Right.
If not, we'll just podcast and talk about it. Comment on this video something to talk about. Not necessarily something we can all contribute. That's going to last. Like that's not. It can be motorbike related, but if it's
You want a
motorbike
subject.
related, it's more specific about. I don't know, something, not just a race or something we've done recently, like something that we can give opinions on. That's not going to get me in trouble. It doesn't have to be motorbike related. Something else.
Okay.
Thanks for
That
watching.
doesn't really give you much direction, but tell me what we want to talk about.
Well, hopefully we'll be back Monday.
Oh.
We've got any cameras now? Is
I
that
think
one?
we can just have a blank screen and leave the audio running on YouTube. This has
That's
been a
it.
fucking shambles.
Ed's new office is shit.
I don't know why it's gone wrong.
Fuck the HQ.
Do you want to borrow some money so we've got enough electricity to get through Monday's episode? Fucking hell.
See you in a bit.
Ta-ra!